Welcome back to Planet Zoo, Animal County Park Zoo. This is episode 12, and I want to say this is probably a filler episode, to be honest with you guys. It probably will be a little shorter, like last episode was. But I want to take this opportunity and just talk with you guys for a minute. So I'm gonna jump and kind of cut around some different animals here and just kind of show you some different things. But yeah, we'll be right back with that. Alright, so I want to talk about this a little bit because I think this is not something that is mentioned on YouTube a lot. Burnout. I mean, I know every YouTube creator has gone through it, and I think they mention it a little bit. But it is pretty hard to produce episodes, mass episodes for YouTube. When this build was done in late June, early July, I was probably recording a video every night, multiple videos a night for different types of games to get ready for my summer upload challenge. This burnt me out quite a bit, and I think it really showed in Planet Zoo, as this is probably one of the most creative games I play. And I just became not interested in working in Planet Zoo anymore, and really I stopped playing Planet Zoo after this episode. There's something I'll show that was the beginning of episode 13. It does not look like that because I didn't have any further direction with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump over to what we did change. Kind of some big change, not big changes. They're very small, but there are changes in this episode. Let me go ahead and jump over there. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to do was shore up this side of basically the African Adventure Center or Education Center. So I redid this path and kind of came in here with some foliage and updated it and put some of that in here, kind of edged up that side, and then I added this exhibit or habitat back here for giraffes, even though there's no giraffes in there. I believe I add them for episode 13, but also kind of just reworked this path and kind of and made it a little bit less straight is the best way to put it, and kind of expanded this too. The old path came right here, and the hippopotamuses were just complaining a lot about their space, and so I tried to give them a lot more space, which in turn meant I had to change up the African elephants building. I mentioned this in episode 9 that the African Education Center was going to change a little bit, and that's what I meant. I just basically pushed this wall out and redid it. And that really is about it. Like, outside of those small details, if I remember right, this took me about 3 weeks to do that small amount of detail, and that's all I did in episode 12. And then I started working on episode 13, and I wanted to leave this in because I really liked this build, but this does not stay. So this was going to be a South American build that got put onto the Indian build over here, or the Indian build. And this was supposed to, I think, be a jaguar, but there's supposed to be these 4 habitats around this center point that the keepers would enter from over here. But I was really excited about this, and then I was like, that looks absolutely stupid. Why would I just don't like that. And so that is where it died. I think I loaded Planet Zoo upwards of 10 times, looked at that structure and said, that looks hideous, and then closed Planet Zoo immediately and found a different game to play that night. Burnout is real. There's not much that you can do to prepare for it. It's the first time I had ever really hit a burnt out period, and basically for any kind of video game too. It wasn't just Planet Zoo. I really stopped playing a lot of different video games around the same time. Around that summer upload challenge, I just got really burnt out of it. Anyway, so this is episode 12. Episode 13 is much higher quality content. this right here completely changes. I'm almost done with episode 13, and it looks amazing comparative to what we have right here. And I think it's some of my best work in Planet Zoo, to be honest. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to check that out. We'll be coming out next Wednesday, episode 13. We're getting close to wrapping this up, even though we have so much space. I'm super excited. Come on back and we'll take a look at it.